Monday. When I woke up this morning, I couldn't find my headgear where I left it, so I had to go to school without it. Not that I'm complaining or anything. In health class, Nurse Powell told us we were going to be starting a new unit about parenting. She said that being a mother or a father is a big responsibility, and that in this unit, we were going to learn that taking care of a baby is no piece of cake. Then she took out a carton of eggs. She said each one of us was going to have to take our egg home and return it to class the next day. And the rule was that we had to return our egg to her in perfect shape, with no cracks in it or anything. Now, I don't know what a chicken egg has to do with a baby, but this is one of those situations that make me wonder if I'd be getting a better education if Mom and Dad switched me over to private school. Then Nurse Powell said this egg thing was going to count for 25% of our grade. Well, when Nurse Powell mentioned grades, I got really nervous. I'm already failing algebra, and I don't need to flunk out of health, too. So I knew I was going to have to keep my egg safe. The other boys didn't seem too worried about their grades, judging by what happened after class let out. I heard it took the janitor all afternoon to scrub the yolks off the lockers. The only boy besides me who didn't break his egg right away was Rowley, who tucked it in his shirt pocket. I didn't have a shirt pocket or anywhere safe to put my egg, so I needed to figure out something quick. I ended up getting a huge wad of toilet paper from the bathroom and stuffing it into my backpack for cushioning. I had to take some of my books out so they wouldn't crush the egg, so I guess that means I won't be doing my history homework tonight. I'm nervous around eggs anyway because of an incident that happened last year. My family got invited to the Snella's house for another one of their kids' half-birthday parties. The Snellas had a table set up with all sorts of food, and most of it looked too fancy for me. But I knew Mom would think it was rude if I didn't put something on my plate. The only thing I could actually recognize was the deviled eggs, because I had them at Grandma's house a couple of times. I put about 10 of them on my plate, but when I bit into one, I gagged. The deviled eggs at the Snella's house didn't taste anything like the ones Grandma makes, and now I had a whole plate full of them. So I waited until no one was looking, and then I dumped all the deviled eggs in this plastic plant in the dining room. I got away with it, but a few weeks later, Mrs. Snella told Mom there was a really bad smell in their house, and they couldn't figure out where it was coming from. At first, Mr. and Mrs. Snella thought the smell was coming from the carpet, so they hired a cleaner to come shampoo the rug. But that didn't solve the problem, and they thought maybe a squirrel or a mouse died in their walls, so they had a carpenter come in to try to find it. After a few weeks, I guess they couldn't take the smell anymore, so they moved out. And I have to admit I felt a little bit guilty when I saw they were taking their plastic plant with them. Ever since, I've been trying to figure out how to sneak some deviled eggs into Fregley's house.